everyone, it's Haley, and today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review for Cure for the Common Universe by McKay Heidicker. So this book is a YA contemporary that follows a boy named Jackson who loves video games. He just loves playing video games, that is all he does, and some may say he's addicted to video games, but he just thinks that he's waiting for something to happen that will be better than video games, that will kind of take him away from them and make him want to do that rather than play video games. But for now, he just plays video games. So he finally meets a real live girl and he has a date planned and he's super excited about it, but then his father decides that he really is addicted to video games and he sends him to video game rehab. So Jackson is going to be stuck in video game rehab when his date is supposed to be happening. So he kind of goes on this whole quest to leave rehab before the date so then he can make it to the date and he won't miss it and he can have his first date and maybe find something that is better than playing video games. The writing of this book was really great. The author was actually nice enough to send a copy of his book to me when I included it in my most anticipated releases for spring 2016 video, so thank you to him for sending this book to me. The writing honestly had so many witty things going on, and if you love video games, I think you would really enjoy this book because it has a bunch of references to a bunch of different pop culture things. So it's kind of in the vein of Ready Player One, which is one of my favorite books. So in that way, it's in that kind of vein, and I thought that worked really well. Now, I'm not huge into video games. I play like Animal Crossing and stuff like that, and Sims, obviously, you guys know I love Sims, but that's about it. I'm not like into all the other video games like Halo and Call of Duty and all that, but I'm not like, I know what they are, so there were probably some references that I missed, but I caught most of the references and I thought that it was really fun to have those little references thrown in there, and I really liked the setting of video game rehab, but I'm gonna get to that in the plot thing. I'm getting ahead of myself. The characters in this book were honestly not all that likable, but I think it really worked. The main character, Jackson, is really kind of a character that you love, but you kind of really dislike him at the same time because he's really selfish and he makes dumb decisions and he just doesn't really think before he does things or says things for that matter. And I think you really see that in this book, but you also get to see him develop and kind of move on past that, which was really nice. You got to see him go through rehab, and basically the whole thing with the rehab is that you're trying to get points. So once you hit 1,000,000 points, then you will leave rehab. So he's trying to get 1,000,000 points and he is kind of using people along the way, but you get to see him kind of learn how wrong he is and how maybe this rehab actually would be good for him. I loved all of the other characters in rehab. I loved the characters that were in his group. I think I don't know what the group is called, the technical term for it, but a guild. I think it was a guild. I loved his guild, and I think the characters all contrasted, and you got to see different sides of each character. Like, I liked how they were all very three-dimensional characters in his guild. You got to see more of them than just being his friends. You got to find out more things about them and more kind of behind their exterior. So it was nice to get kind of a fully rounded idea of all of the characters rather than just the main character. The plot of trying to get points to get out of video game rehab was awesome. I love the idea that video game rehab itself is like this whole video game based thing. So like instead of video games though, they're playing like, they'll play like actual sports and stuff like that. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word, but they'll play actual sports and they'll do like actual real life things and learn these life skills that will help them once they leave rehab. So I liked that whole premise and that whole setup of video game rehab. I thought was really inventive. I'm not sure if it's actually a thing. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was, but I'm not entirely sure if it's a real thing. It might be, but either way, I think the premise of it is really cool. And the plot of him trying to get out to get to the date with this girl was really funny, but at the same time it had the nice mix of funny and serious, so it wasn't too funny and it wasn't too serious. It was just kind of a nice blend. overall, I ended up giving this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was really great, and I loved all the video game references. I loved the seeing the character go through this video game rehab. It was just a really fun and unique read. So that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have read this book, let me know your thoughts on it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!